It's fanfic time! Get ready.
Yeah, the fanfic's called the actual fic.
Oh, fanfic.
Yeah, the actual fic. Or the hat fic is what it says on the tab, though. Which is probably the, like, chapter title or some shit.
This doesn't seem so bad. From the name.
Yeah, but too bad the comments don't really. The comments.
They're like, worst story ever!
The comments don't really leave much of the hope that it's gonna be a good fanfic. So far, I see nothing but people falling apart or scared.
Let's actually go through and read the comics. Or the comics. Fuck. It's longer than I thought. How is this in existence? I am conflicted. This made the worst mistake of my life. Bloody hell, this is weird. So this is why people told me not to read this. I'm about to cry. Why the fuck did... It's a spoiler.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
Why? This comment may be offensive. The comment's holy shit.
Wow.
Wow.
They're very sensitive people.
What is this? I know, it's like... This reminds me of like a little kid's version of Tumblr.
Holy shit is considered offensive.
Yeah.
This fanfic is up for everyone to see. And 3 people started this fanfic. 3 people have started. So 3 liked it. This artist has only made 1 fanfic. And this is it. That means it's gonna be a real treat.
Yay.
So, who wants to start first? Or will it be me? I'll start first.
I think we should... Okay.
I'll start last. I want to get some water for this.
I'll go second. Don't be Louis.
I'm not.
We must drink water furiously. It's the only way to live.
I don't want my voice to dry up.
Hey Dan, can we get a hamster? I always wanted one, but my roommate never thought that we would look after it. Phil, we've talked about this. You wouldn't look after it properly. You can hardly look after yourself, he retorted. It wasn't really in an angry way, but he never took into account that I was older than him and I lived by myself before him. So getting a hamster wouldn't be that bad. I decided not to argue. Dan was stubborn and wouldn't change his mind. I was going into town later on anyway, so I needed to get changed. I put on my usual of skinny jeans and a top on. Is this a male or a female?
What the fuck is a top on?
Maybe it's both.
I'm gonna Google top on and just see what pops up. Top on.
While you're doing that, I'll read the second paragraph.
me-
I finished getting the few pieces of food that Dan and I needed and was heading back to get the bus. When I walked past a pet shop, I couldn't resist, but walking in, I saw a cage that held a small, fluffy black and white hamster in the corner. I looked at the price, 10 euros. It was too small and cute to say no, so I bought it and a cage. I just walked out as my bus arrived. I paid my fare and hopped on. I couldn't stop smiling. My hamster was one of the best things ever done, or that's what I thought.
Oh, so are you gonna start? Unicorn?
Oh, my time? Okay.
Yeah, you read the next one. I was like, wait, I already read something.
I got home and shouted out to Dan. Dan! Come and see what I bought! He bounced into the hallway of the front door. What's up? I raised the cave with the furry ball curled up in the corner again. The expression on his face had changed from a sweet and innocent smile to a sick and twisted one, with an evil glint in his eyes. I love it. I was completely wrong about saying no to getting one. He sounded genuine, but there was something about the way he said it that made me feel uneasy. So, what's it called? Dan asked.
What an amazing name. Is he going to fuck the hamster?
Or it's gonna turn into Fluttershy's fletching season.
Oh, God. Can we call it Striker? Please? I always loved that name. I don't really know why. Like Mortal Kombat?
Striker the hamster.
Striker the Hedgehog.
Oh, damn it.
Sure. His reply was cold and harsh. What was wrong with him? I shrugged it off and went to my room. It was only 9 o'clock. But I was tired and what the hell kind of word is that?
Flecked a bit.
Inflict a bit ill? I pulled my PJ bottoms on and slipped into bed. I woke up during the night. My body was freezing. You didn't put any cover on, you freaking idiot? My body was freezing cold and I was unable to move. I opened my eyes and
You don't want me to start reading?
I don't know why, but I just like I had the most wicked flashback of this artwork I saw a long time ago. Is he going to like make him eat the hamster whole, and the hamster gonna start eating his insides?
Oh gosh,
That's the only thing I can think of now.
that sounds horrifying.
I'll start. Where were you?
No, I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
Kai wants to read the gay sex.
I got this. I'm not gonna whip out. I woke up during the night. My body was freezing cold. I was unable to move. I opened my eyes, and they were wired with shock. I looked down. I was naked and rope tying. That's not how you spell tying. Tying me to a chair. How the hell did you not wake up?
Holy crap,
I know.
he's a heavy sleeper.
He was in bed. You mean his fan was able to pick him up and put him on a chair and tie him up?
Tie him up that whole time.
And a corner of a sinister looking Dan that was also naked. Morning, Sleeping Beauty. I was wondering how cold the room had to be for you to wake up. His voice sounded so fluffy and innocent, but the words coming out weren't. He was only wearing a fluffy brown hat. He pulled it off to reveal a small black creature sitting in it. It was Spike. No,
What?
Yes, this ties it all together. Gay Spike, gay sex, Kai references Striker to Spike. Striker X Spike. I ship it.
Striker is sitting in it. Striker. What the fuck is he doing? I don't normally swear, but this situation was so confusing and I was terrified. What was Dan going to do to me? Dan, what are you doing? Why am I tied up? Why? Wait, whoops. I stopped when he moved towards me. His expression changed from being happy, I like when I woke up, to murderous. Don't be scared, Phil. We're going to have some fun with Striker. You know, cupcakes. He crackled menacingly and showed off his erect member. Oh God. Making mine start to rise. What the hell? No, Spiral. You can have it now. I lost all meaning.
Okay. He put the hat down. Striker still sitting in there, and faced it with the length of his perfect height to aim into it. Dan, what are you doing? Please stop. He stormed over to me and gave me a rough kiss. Everything will be okay, I promise. Dan grabbed a gag from behind me and put it over my mouth. He walked back over to the hat and began to stroke, looking over at me as he did so. After a short time, his seed exploded into the hat, but he didn't stop there. He kept on going until the hat was filled up to the top. The white liquid was nearly spilling over the top, and my poor hamster was barely able to breathe. It was doing the doggy paddle just to survive, and all I could do is sit and watch. Dan grabbed the hamster's head and pushed it down into his own sperm.
Oh,
After
God.
5 minutes of his sick games, he pulled it back up, dead. He snapped the hamster's head off, the neck bone shattering and making me rumble was what was supposed to be a scream. Tears flowed from my face and he squeezed the blood of Stryker into the hat. He looked over at me. He was sick and twisted, but also kind of sexy. He pulled up the hat and moved towards me with one as he undid the gag. "Open wide," he said in a sarcastic
Freaking
tone.
knew it!
God, you were right. I did as I was told and didn't know what else was hiding behind me. He began to pour the sperm and hamster blood mixture into my mouth, only for me to realize he had put my poor Stryker back in there, head and body. The fluid tasted disgustingly, partially because it had gone cold, but also because I knew it was my hamster's blood I was drinking. He pulled me back halfway through. "Not that I'm complaining," he said. "Good little Phil, do I taste nice?" My eyes widened. What do I say? He was about to open my mouth when he slapped me. "Speak, bitch." I wanted to raise my hand to my face. The cold stung when his hot, sticky hand touched it. "You tasted amazing, Dan," I managed to choke out. Let's have Unicorn read.
Okay. Guess I'm up next.
My hand's literally bleeding from having to shove my nails into it to keep from laughing or gagging.
Yeah, I do. Time for more fun. I didn't like where this was going. He pulled the black body that was coated in white from the hat, then rammed it down my throat, causing my gag reflex to kick in, and I vomited all down myself. Dan smirked at this and got on his knees. He began to lick all over me. His soft tongue was gliding all over me until it found its way to my throbbing erection. He started at the tip and worked his way all the way down, deep-throating me. It felt so nice. Most people couldn't do this, but it didn't last long. He looked up to me, his innocent brown eyes making me melt. "Promise you won't run." He sounded so sorry, so I nodded. He got up and untied me. He grabbed me by my shoulder. I'm going to lie on the floor. You're going to pour the rest of the hat on me, then lick it off, okay?
Sure you can.
He growled. Sweet.
Just make that sound effect right there.
Dan was gone. Then I quickly nodded. He got to the floor. I grabbed the hat and poured it on him, just as he commanded. I began to lick it off him. The mixer wasn't as bad as last time. I think because I'm not having it forced down my throat. Suck me off, Bill. He sounded so weird, but yet again, I did as I was told. I wasn't as good as him. I could only fit half of him in my mouth before I felt sick. I was going for what seemed like forever. Before he pushed my head away, "You done well, but there is one last thing I need you to do."
Die.
He pulled out the hamster's head from the pile of the leftover sick. "When you say stop, I will, but only if I think you've done good enough." I started to shake and tremble. Dan put his arm around me. "It's okay. It won't be that bad." He hushed me. He was so much nicer again. "Are you ready?" he asked me, a sense of impatience growing in his tone. "Yes, Dan." Oh wait, oops, I probably got the head. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's like
Ty's turn.
it's like Stockholm syndrome from hell.
I know.
It kicked in so fast.
Yes, Dan. I stuttered out, and he quickly rolled me onto my throat.
My throat.
I think it meant front, but
Sounds like photo finish trying to say front, doesn't it?
I
Put the shot, get on your front!
his hand placed on the top of my back, pinning me down. the hamster head in his other hand, and nearing my. You see, why am I understanding what's gonna happen? God damn it!
It's Lemmy Winks.
It's Fluttershy's fletching season. It's happening. The hamster's head is in the other hand and nearing my rectum. It's happening. It's Fluttershy's fletching season. I know where this is going. He rammed it in with no hesitation. The burning sensation sped throughout me. For the rest of it, he used his manhood to push it in.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh, this reminds me of a story I read.
I don't even want to hear it.
Why not? It's awesome.
Oh, it is
Spike
like a
stuffs
hamster
the dead
blowjob?
corpses
I'm
of
thinking, is
Sweetie
it like
Belle,
a hamster?
Scootaloo, and Apple Bloom into Rainbow Dash's vagina.
I'm thinking like a hamster blowjob at the same time.
Spike fucks Rarity, not knowing that she was eaten by parasites, and later on, Spike gets his dick bitten off.
I remember that one.
Oh, you read that one?
Yes.
Link me that one when we're done with this.
If I could find it again, because it was a year ago.
It was so long.
He pushed it in. I wanted to say, "Stop it!" He wouldn't. I
Add
know.
monsters to the call. She just asked.
I know it. Finally, it got too much, and I screamed out, "Stop!" I looked back at Dan, who just grinned. Come on. And come one, Phil. I know you can do better than that. He forcibly went in further. Not quite, or all the way though. Dan, please, I'm begging you to stop. It's so sore. I pled. The burn sensation turned into a stabbing feeling. How the hell does that work? Dan stroked my hair and gently pulled out of me. The hamster head was still inside me. It felt horrible knowing that I had a dead animal's head sitting inside my intestines. Dan put his hand inside me and went deep. I cried in pain. I felt like exploding. He finally showed me his hand with the head in it. I wish the torture was over. You are not tied up anymore. You can fight back.
Run away.
Sure you can. Just, it's easy. But I knew Dan would have other plans. But this time, he didn't. And just wrapped his arms around my hips. Now, let's go to bed, Dan said, pulling me up as he said so. I leaned in for a kiss. What the fuck? I leaned in for a kiss, and he did so. We walked down into my room, and when we got in, he pushed me onto the bed. I thought he was going to want sex, but he was so caring and just spooned me until we fell asleep. I woke up to find Dan with the hamster body and head in his mouth. What the chewing violently. Bones snapping and crunching under his teeth. He had blood dripping from his chin. He crawled over to me and I licked it off of. I'm gonna kill this person. I'm gonna lick it off for him. He grinned as though I read his thoughts, and he finished eating.
He swallowed it.
And every month we buy a hamster.
A hamster.
It's not all ogre now. It will never be all ogre.
It's Fluttershy's fetching season 2.0 with humans.
I can link you the two guys' channels that this fic is based off of.
And they do this every month.
Look up Dan is Not on Fire and Amazing Phil. They're actual well-known British YouTubers. And they have fics like this made off of them.
Wow. That was horrible.
I know. Still not as bad as what I'm gonna read though. This is training.
Thanks for watching.